So today is the day you've been waiting for. We're going to make our clay turtles. Now, if you look at my turtle, you'll see that his shell is a spiral. Remember spirals? They start in the middle and they go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and they go around and around. That's how we're going to make his shell. So you're going to take the clay that I give you, and yes, your hands are going to get dirty, but that's okay. I'll give you a wipe at the end of the class, and we're going to start to make this into a snake. It's easiest if you start it in your hands first. Now, you notice I'm working on a paper because if we just work on the table, we'll stick to the table, and we don't want to stick our clay to the table. Now, you're going to keep rolling it with your fingers. Start from the center and roll out, just like if you were making a snake out of Play-Doh. So we're going to make it and try to get it about as long as your paper. Try to make it the same thickness, so keep going in from the center and working back out until you get all the way to the edge of your paper until it's about the same thickness. You don't want big lumps in your shell. Now, when we're done with this turtle, he's going to sit in my storage and he's going to dry for a while. And once he's really dry, then I'm going to put him in the kiln. Now, the kiln is a clay oven. Your oven at home can maybe go up to 500 degrees. My kiln can go up to 2,000 degrees. And the clay is going to go in there for the whole day overnight and come out the next day. And when it comes out, it'll be all white like this and it'll be hard. And then it'll be ready for us to paint or to glaze. So once you've gotten your coil all the way done, now we're going to start to make that spiral and just keep going around and around and around and around and around and around. And then when you get to the end, pull a little bit of it off and kind of smoosh it in. So that is his shell. Now we need to make the head, the legs, and his tail. So turn it over, and we're going to take some of the clay and we're going to make his head. And we need to smoosh it on here. Now, if your clay is a little dried out, I'll give you some water, and we could even put a little water on it. And we're going to smoosh his head on. And then we need a little bit more to do his legs. Now, you want to kind of keep the front legs about the same size and the back legs the same size with each other. So, smoosh it on really good. And we're going to do the back leg and another back leg. And if you've run out of clay, I'll be coming around and giving out some more clay to get that leg nice and big. And then we're going to give him a little tail at the end. And we're going to make sure all this is smooshed on really well. And then I will come around and I will put your initials on here and your teacher code. And your initials would be the first letter of your first name, the first letter of your last name, and whatever your teacher code is. But I'm going to do that part. Now we're going to turn him over and make sure we like the way everything looks. If you've got some cracks in there, you might want to fix them. Here, we'll add a little bit more. And get this just the way you want it to be. Okay, I think I'm liking this turtle. Now I'm going to come around and I'm going to put 2 eyes in here for you. Boop, boop. Because his eyes would be at the top of his head like that. And so this is going to be your turtle. Now your turtle will dry, and then Mrs. Gasher is going to fire it in the kiln like I said, and then you're going to get it back the next rotation that you see me, and then we're going to paint them or glaze them. So I hope you're having fun.